Welcome again, friends, to our next episode with our friend Dr. Krishan Guptaa. And this one is going to be more interesting than the first one. For those who missed the first episode, the first podcast that we did on wellness, Dr. Gupta is a gold medalist. He is a owner, proprietor, and managing director of Organic Wellness. He is passionate about let's save the earth. Is that the correct tagline that you have?
Together, let's heal the world.
Together, let's heal the world. I stand corrected. And he is into manufacturing and works with a lot of passion, talks at many places. He's a TEDx speaker. He's at various universities. In short, he's everywhere. And we are privileged that we have him here for our second episode. Welcome, Krishan, to our second episode on wellness.
Thank you, Karthik. It's always a pleasure, and it was wonderful having a free flowing dialogue during the first podcast. And I'm sure your audience will love this second podcast too.
Absolutely. We'll make it free flowing. And we want to talk on wellness. You're into natural organic products, and we want to connect organic product, organic production, and wellness. And we want to, if possible, harp on five sutras. Five
Ah,
sutras, simple to adopt, but good in the long run. No competition, nothing against allopathy, but our own homegrown, make in India, made in India for centuries and for ages, manufactured by our friend in all natural environment by going to a backward area where, as he mentioned in the last episode, it was so difficult to start. But his passion, his drive has made him what he is today. So the first sutra, Krishna.
the first sutra for me, in fact, before we go to the sutra, let me touch upon a very important subject which you touched, disease free versus a healthy body. Okay, this is something I keep getting a lot of people coming to me with their test reports. Sir, all reports are good, clean, but still I have these challenges. Okay, a test free or a disease free body doesn't mean you are healthy. Maybe you are in the process of getting into those kind of a challenges. For me, a healthy body is if you are getting good sleep without any medicine, if you're getting good bowel movement in the morning, within couple of minutes, you clean your bowel. You are not tired in the afternoon. You don't need caffeine or other supportive, items to keep you going. You can sit in malasana. You can sit in vajrasana. Some of these asanas which gives you a little bit on what your health status is. Okay. And how moody you have become, how irritable you are. I suppose these are some of the indications which indicate a person is disease free or healthy. And these are very, very important indications which anyone, everyone sitting at home, sitting within the family, you can judge yourself how healthy you are or are you disease free. That's for a person to individually decide because your body talk says everything about yourself.
Absolutely. Very true. In fact, I was saying, unfortunately, nothing against allopathy. That's a caveat that we always mention. But when you go for a medical test, when you go for your normal routine check, the doctor indirectly is searching for a disease. He's comparing you with average. And he's not looking at you, but he's looking at your reports. But here we are talking of the family members, the you, looking at you, looking at being able to do these four, five, six things efficiently and without effort. And that means you are healthy. We are not talking of anything against, to repeat, against the allopathy. Yes, and the objective of every human being, especially for our channel, which is joyful aging, is to have a healthy living, a joyful aging, and having happiness around us. So, yes, thank you for this. It was a very interesting, insightful thing. Maybe we'll talk about the disease and health some other time. But coming to our sutras, the five sutras on wellness.
See, most important sutra for me is clean inputs. Okay. Whatever you take inside your body, starting with air. Okay. Unfortunately, we are living in a real polluted environment. It's not only about the air, but the water. And also a little bit of understanding drinking a water from a plastic bottle. By paying money, we feel it is healthy. To me, it is one of the biggest challenges we as a country and globally we face. Just imagine, Karthik, a simple example. If you travel somewhere and you keep, water in your refrigerator in a glass bottle or a normal bottle also or a normal container, and you are traveling for a couple of days, when you return back, you don't drink that water. You dispose it off. You fill fresh water. Here we are talking about a clean input in the form of a water packed in a plastic bottle in an unknown place, kept for 3 to 6 months, and we pay and drink, assuming it is one of the best drink we are having.
Assuming that it was not adulterated, assuming that it is not fake, assuming that it has not been in the sunlight, absorb all the heat and all the plastic microns have got in the water and all that.
It goes through complete cycle, and that is the most rubbish thing one can drink of regularly. And this is something we drink regularly because when we are traveling, that's the only source we have in mind to keep our thirst away. That's why. Air, is a big challenge all over the country, and not only in India but in many overseas destinations also. So that is the major problem. And the third, see, air is not in your control, more or less, because that's something beyond you. Water, to a certain extent, is in your control. And the question people ask is, then what? अरे भाई मटका ले लो यार. The water pitcher, age old days, use that. It is so scientifically designed that it will absorb all the challenges or the impurities which come through the in a water and give you the purest form. And worst scenario, put a little bit of alum. These are all traditional nuskas which should
Just
be
turn
used, and that's what
alum
I'm doing.
once or twice in the matka, and all the sediments will
Absolutely.
settle down. Yeah.
And for me, the simplest is I fill the water in a copper bottle, pure copper bottle, and that takes away most of the challenges what a water could be having. Now coming to other thing which is there in our hand, in our control, is the food we eat. Whether it's the oil or a ghee or a flour, atta or dals or anything. I suppose the most important thing, if I can tell very confidently out of my personal experience, is please have clean food. I'm not saying go for organic or go for anything. No, I'm not talking about organic. I'm saying go for clean food. What it means is a food which is devoid of any chemicals, pesticides or heavy metals. And honestly, it is not expensive. If you really see, because we keep doing this on a regular basis, we got families who keep coming to us and comparing their budgets. Yes, there could be certain items which could be little bit expensive, like ghee and all, but eventually, when you get into the total cost cycle, not falling ill, getting fitter, attending your offices on a regular basis, being fitter. I suppose the real cost differential is positive towards eating clean food. I suppose that is the first sutra, very important because air is not in your hand, right? Water to a little extent, yes, as I said, but clean food is something in your hand, and that is where my strong recommendation is as far the first sutra is concerned. Use natural food products, and within couple of weeks of use, a person can feel the difference.
And if I were to ask you to elaborate a little more further, if you were to look at clean food, one, of course, as you said, is natural. Another, if you were to make a populated list of what is unclean food, or one of course is what you eat on the roadside, which is hygienically not good. That's one category of food. Another category of unclean food is something which you think is packed, which is factory manufactured, which has a shelf life, which is packed in nitrogen. Can we get into more details of that part, please?
See, I'll tell you honestly, the food which is there on the roadside, but being cooked in front of you, in front of your own eyes, is much more healthier than the food what you think has been processed, packed in a hygienically environment or the amazing factories. At least आप गरम खा रहे हो, सामने खा रहे हो. The moment something has been fried, you are assured उसके अंदर कोई भी bacteria and all those kind challenges have gone. Yes, anything which is processed, my friend, has a major challenge. The reason is anything which is processed, it has a shelf life of couple of months or couple of years. You are assured you are not only adding preservatives over and above in case there were pesticide residues and heavy metals in the product. तो बोलते हैं ना सोने पे सुहागा ये वो काम कर रहे हैं. So certainly going with the packed foods, food which has got preservative, could be government approved preservatives, or government approved colors or additives which are there in most of the products which are on the shelf. Sir, please just keep away. Look for the products which are zero preservative in every aspect, and that is the major step you will take for the wellness or good health of yourself and your family.
Very true. Yeah. But how do I see, looking to the environment today, where we are in a fast-paced life? How does one logically or easily or comfortably go away from this packed food? Because how do you manage? I mean, it's a challenge, isn't it? So here for the ladies, for the typically the home ministers who are almost responsible for cooking. How do we give them a one or two suggestions where they can rely less or almost nil on packed food and rely on natural food and, of course, cook it for the family?
See, let me tell you, buying the processed food or ready to cook product is not something even the home minister would be happy or appreciative of. Okay? It is not, it is supporting her in any way. It is more of a mindset which has come to us. It is the marketing what companies do in such a way that home minister is not aware about the health challenges these processed foods bring to them or to her family. I can be, very confident about any home minister. No home minister will try to give a food which kills or creates health challenges for the family. So that's one is more about educating, more about knowing more about what is being fed.
More
Number
to do
two,
with awareness. Yeah. Mm.
Number two, most of the processed foods, yes, once in a while, if you're traveling, if you're moving around, is not a problem. But look for companies like for me, like organic wellness. You take my tomato sauce, zero preservative, and shelf life is 3 to 6 months. Glass bottles all across. So I do a lot of products which have zero preservatives from the processing angle. But as a principle, I don't have any preservative, any additives in any of the products what we do.
So none of your products, and you have a wide range of products. I was looking at your website. Maybe what would be the variant and what would be the classification of products? Maybe 100? How many? I'm
Organic
just guessing.
wellness, we do
Yeah.
about 280 SKUs. We have range of about 30 teas and infusions. See, let me tell you a very simple thing, Karthik, teas and infusions. Most of the people are into tea bags. I'm manufacturing tea bags myself, but I really warn and educate the customers. I've done videos also. And even when customers come and buy from me, I tell them not to buy a tea bag. And they are shocked that you are manufacturing yourself and still you are recommending not to buy a tea bag and go for a loose tea. I say that's my role to educate a customer. And then decision maker is you. The reason is when you're using a tea bag, there are plastic lined paper in it. Whether we like it or not, when you're infusing it in a hot cup, the microplastics certainly could pass on into your drink. Number one. And number two, from the cost angle, you can make about maybe 25 tea bags or teacups from a box which has got 25 tea bags. Whereas a tin is 100 grams, you can make 100 to 125 cups of tea from one tin. And most importantly, that's where the catch is. Tins where 100 grams are there, it is 100% recyclable packaging. So you are not impacting the environment, you are not impacting your health, and it is cost effective. So that's what industry is here to educate. I suppose that's what is most important is we need to educate the customers. People are still not aware. They think they are educated, but not on the specific products which industry is manufacturing. Then coming to the products, I've got health supplements. Amazing health supplements, Karthik, which have been researched for 40 years by our research scientist, Dr. Narendra Singh. MBBS MD, he was Dean of Lucknow Medical College. And the complete research is published in this book. And this is published in Germany. I'm telling you, be there be any health challenge, take the product for 10, 15 days, and many, our friends from Colgate are on them. They feel the benefits about it. So these supplements are again amazing, and they are my real flagship brand, if flagship products, if I can say. Then of
Absolutely.
course we have got dals and spices and superfoods and oils and ghees, and of course the pet care range, especially for the dogs and
Even pet
cats.
care. Even
I've got
pet care.
amazing range because yeah, people love them, and so why not have them the best, give them the best. So this is
Absolutely.
where we believe that using these products, and I'm sitting in front of you, Karthik. I'm personally using all my products, and I can tell you it certainly makes a difference.
You don't need a brand ambassador. You are your own brand ambassador. I'm so happy to see that, Krishan. Yeah.
So certainly, see, I have to walk the talk. I can't be talking about saying, take these products and I'm not happy, I'm not healthy, I'm not fit. Okay? Because it really has to reflect in you because I'm not here to sell a product. I'm here to make
Hmm.
sure I'm talking out of my conviction. Everyone who buys organic wellness is assured of authenticity. That is for sure. And of course, we say no question asked, return guarantee. Because we know what we are doing. People take our products and buy again and again. So that's where it is more about the clean food, which I was talking
Clean
about as
food.
the most
Absolutely. Yeah.
important sutra in our current scenario.
True. The next one.
People talk about mind, brain, this and that. For me, the most important is gut health. You see, most of the people, when they go to a toilet for a bowel movement, people have got their own challenges. Some sit for hours, some go multiple times, some don't even go for a few days. I suppose that is one thing which I see is the most important sutra for a body to stay fit because that is where the command center is.
They say your gut is your second brain.
Absolutely. You have said it very, very rightly. And it directly reflects from the sutra, first sutra, what I talked about. The only thing further I say is drink sufficient water, add one or two fibrous food and salad, fruits and salad in your lunch, come what may, and you will feel the difference. The moment you have a clean gut, you're having good bowel movements, so most of the tensions are gone. You see a person who is constipated, the guy is not only constipated at the bottom, but he is
In the
constipated.
head also. All that dopamine is released from the gut, isn't it? So the right food you eat, the right
Absolutely.
movement in the gut, and you have the
Absolutely.
right mood swings, right environment. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Very true.
So
Very
that's
true. So
second.
interesting.
Number three, he keeps sitting at a location, at a place, chair, table, bed. My friend, keep moving. That's the most important sutra again. It doesn't cost you money. See, the best part about these sutras, what I'm talking about, it doesn't cost you money. As simple as that, if I have to, in my office, I don't have someone, I ring a bell and the guy brings in. We have a policy, water you have to get, go and get it. This gives you couple of steps to move after every hour or so. If you need to drink a cup of tea, please go. No, don't ring the bell and nothing will come on your table.
So
If
is
you
it
need
a
to
good
take a
idea
water, move
to
on.
is it a good idea to walk after your meal? I mean, of course, you have to walk every time as much as possible. But even specifically after a normal meal, is it a good idea to walk a few steps? Because I hear a lot of people saying that.
See, before that, let me tell you, the way we are eating food nowadays is sitting on a dining table, okay, dining
Hmm.
a chair and a table, okay. The best way to eat is in a Vajrasana. You go to any
Vajrasan.
Japanese, yeah, you go to any Japanese house. I was there last year. There you have like we have in our drawing room, the center table. That's for that's the dinner table, and you sit in a Vajrasana to eat. Because Vajrasan is an asana where your digestive system really works so well. Your food gets digested. If you are not able to eat in a Vajrasan, after your dinner or a lunch, sit in a Vajrasan for 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know how many people can sit properly in that asana because that's also a challenge for the aging population. And yes, to answer your question, certainly walk at least 1,000, 2,000 steps after 30 minutes of your lunch or dinner. It will do a lot of good and you'll sleep better. You'll sleep very, much better than what you will do if you sleep on a full stomach. Because my next sutra is sleep. It's a major challenge at the moment. I keep getting regularly patients who have this challenge. You can see even within the family, sleep is a major issue, and I will tell very clearly like if I have to sleep, the moment I lie down on a bed, it doesn't take more than couple of minutes for me to have a great sleep, and I'm sleeping
Is
daily
India is
seven
in
to eight hours.
So is India becoming a sleep derived nation? Because I hear a lot of people sleep problem. Average should be 7 8 hours, as they say. I don't know. You would be the right person to say. You don't get sleep, or you sleep very late, or you have less sleep. Sleep deprived.
See, that's where the challenges are. See, number one, it's not the number of hours of sleep is fixed for anyone, everyone. Everyone's body is different. Someone may be, happy and fit for after sleeping for 6 hours. Personally, I'm sleeping for 7 to 8 hours on a daily basis, except for the time when you're traveling, moving around. That's a different thing because that's where your body really recovers. When you are sleeping, that is where the damages or the damage your body has suffered during the day, it really recovers. And that is the reason we say when you're sleeping in the night, do not eat heavy food. Try to have a last meal before 7 or around 7 around the sunset so that your body does not focuses on the digestive system but on the repair of your body. In case you are having food in your body, in your stomach, the focus will shift to the digestion first. The recovery will not be good. That is one of the reasons you'll find people are eating late in the night, heavy food in the night. They are not able to have proper sleep and they have major health challenges compared to the people who are able to eat and sleep by 7 or 7:30.
Very true. Very true. You have to be very
And
conscious about
Karthik,
that. Yeah.
the best part is these sutra, they are flowing one, two, three, or they are all interlinked to each other. And the fifth and the most important again is the mental health. You see people getting irritated for small WhatsApp messages. You see, you are in, I'm in many groups, and then I get stunned. Someone has sent something. What the hell you have in mind? Yeah, ignore you, enjoy your life, let the guy enjoy his life. But such messages create a lot of challenges for the people. So that's the fifth sutra that clearly shows the person is not mentally stable. Person is not mentally fit. There are challenges in his life. You see in my office, I got some guys who will get irritated for the smallest of things. I tell them, is your gut working well? Did you have a good bowel movement? Did you sleep well in the night? Because these are all interlinked, Karthik.
Absolutely. Yeah, very true. And your body doesn't work in patches, it works as a wholesome body. And if one part or one function of the body is not happening properly, it definitely shows on the other. Krishan, it's always such a pleasure talking to you. You have such basic, if I can say, earthly understanding, expert way of explaining, giving examples. I'm sure all our listeners, and last time, incidentally, we had a pretty good response, and people did have questions, which I forwarded to you. So, friends, this is something which comes with lot of expertise, with lot of research, with where he himself is the brand ambassador. He does what he believes, he practices what he preaches. And it is all for our good, for our wellness, for our healthy living, and for our joyful aging. I hope you like this episode. Do share and subscribe. And should you have questions, please do send it to us. And I assure you, on behalf of Krishan, that he'll be more than happy to reply. The details of how you can reach out, I will put at the end of this video. Thank you. See you soon. And thank you once again, Krishnan, for this very enlightening, very informative episode that we have produced for our friends for the benefit of all at large. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be with you.
Absolutely. Thank you.